in the rise of neoliberalism and its impact on society. I will take you along this journey of a mini-series as a form of a long-form blog post based on a chapter that I wrote for colleagues Lee Gregory and Stevie Frati. I wrote this chapter with my long-term colleague Hevin Gwilym from the University of Bangor, where we discussed how neoliberalism and social divisions have been impacted by austerity and what that means for people experiencing precarity and people experiencing hunger in the UK. And in this chapter, we really focused on class. So what I'm going to be doing over the next 4 or 5 episodes of this blog is I'm going to be sharing some of the data that we discussed within this chapter, and I've broken it down into different weeks. So each week, if you're continuing with this blog, you'll get an update of this chapter and its process. The book and the chapter is available. Its name is Diversity and Welfare Provision, and you can find this by the Policy Press, and it was edited by, as I said before, Lee Gregory and Stevie Frati. So what I'm discussing in this blog below is the rise of neoliberalism and its impact on society, and how this came out from Thatcherite policies and Reagan policies in the US, and how those ideas were transplanted across society, and what that meant for class divisions, and how it led up to issues that we're experiencing still today in 2025 with the impact of austerity following the 2008 financial crisis and the election of the coalition government led by David Cameron, and the process of austerity that came from that, the rise of food banks, food insecurity. All of those things are going to be discussed across this blog series. So within this first episode, for example, I'm going to be talking about where neoliberalism came from, what it means for policy, and what it means for people in practice, and how through the 1990s, the Thatcherite policies of privatisation still continued even under a Labour government led by Tony Blair. Okay, so as you'll see, there's a couple of links as well in this blog. Please do follow those links as well. It takes you through to other things that I've published. It takes you through to a couple of videos that I've created as well. And I'd like to really think in this, really get you to think about the issues with neoliberalism. And I've done this through giving it a framework. So the idea of neoliberalism here and what I've written about, or what Hevin and I have written about in this article, I'm looking through this theoretical framework, mostly based on the work of Pierre Bourdieu, where we talk about habitus and how people's 3 intersecting capitals, the social capital, cultural capital, and economic capital, really transform people's ideas of where they fit within a social class as well, and what that means for food insecurity. But we also look at this through the lens of the work of Guy Standing and his work on the Precariat as well. And we talk about how people's lives have become financially, economically, physically, employment-based precarity has crept into people's lives and made people feel like a really divided society. Okay, so please do keep up with this blog. It will be in your inbox every week, and please do feel free to leave comments below.